All right, what's good, Jits? Welcome back to the Flozone Podcast, but this is going to be a short. We don't know what this is going to be. I am Don Jamal. This is
316.
And that is
Zahil.
All right, and this is a short, no podcast today. But today we are going to talk about the DONDA Livestream that happened yesterday night in Chicago. Quite an event. Shit, where do we even begin with this, man? There's so many things to say about this.
Okay,
Don, you got to start this off because you wanted us on here.
Actually, I kind of want to start it off because I'm probably going to be the most optimistic because this is my first time watching any of the live streams.
Okay.
So I'm just like, I'm not exhausted like y'all too. So I enjoyed it. I thought it had a really nice presentation, even though this is the third one and you guys will talk about that more. But the songs were good for the most part. I enjoyed it. It felt like a mismatch of different albums, which I really liked. I felt like he really honed in his sound and made something like a jambalaya of his different eras, if that makes any sense. And I really feel that this album will be good. I just hope he doesn't make another last minute change, even though he says he already sent it off. But it's Ye, so you never really know. But I did enjoy it, and I understand why he was able to sell out 3 different arenas outside of the fact it's Kanye. I mean, this is him at his highest performance ever since My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Honestly, it's the closest thing we ever had towards it. But I'm gonna just pass it off to one of y'all boys.
Let's see here.
Well, I did watch the live stream and I caught some stuff on Reddit as well. But there's some bad moments in this. There's really some bad moments in this. Bringing out Marilyn Manson on this, I don't know what the hell is Marilyn Manson doing at this show, especially since he's done some fucked up shit in the past. And you're talking about gospel, like you're talking about God, but you're bringing a devil worshiper to your show. Like, what is going on?
You don't get it, bro. That's part of the aesthetic. You don't get it.
Dog, he eats bats casually. You think he's a good person?
He eats bats. This dude started the pandemic, bro.
No, he didn't eat a bat. Oh, wrong person. But still.
But Rihanna was there too. That's always cool. Rihanna's there from her busy schedule. But the music, I don't know why he keeps just changing shit, man. Is he trolling Kid Cudi? Is he really trolling Kid Cudi right now? Did he lose ties? Did he cut ties with Kid Cudi? Because that stupid ass song that he played at the end, I was like, yo, did he just cut off Cudi's verse? Like, what the fuck just happened? Jay's not on Jail anymore. The baby's verse is actually not that bad, not gonna lie.
It's not.
But it's not. I mean, I condemn homophobia, but I can't lie. That verse was pretty good though. The aesthetics was really nice. To actually rebuild his childhood home was actually pretty crazy. The shot with the dude burning inside the building is a real nice shot. But other than that, I don't know why he had that dude playing that GD song. That was
weird.
That was like, why is he playing this shitty ass song for? But other than that, it was okay. I'm kind of exhausted at this point.
Man, where do I begin with this, bro? Where do I begin? First off, let me just say this. As an Atlanta transplant, I'm not going to say native, I'm an Atlanta transplant. I went to the first 2 listening parties, and I enjoyed both of them. I enjoyed the second one a lot. Watching this one, bruh, just the changes, man. Like, he made changes from version 1 to version 2 of the listening parties. But like I said, and I think in one of our podcasts, that version 1 to version 2, all the changes were positive changes that needed to be made. Looking at this one, this seems like a regressive version of Don. It doesn't even sound like the title anymore. Like, this has to be called something else. This can't be called Donda anymore. This sounds like a whole different tape. This sounds like, if anything, it sounds like Ye 2. like Yay Part 2. But starting off, we got the Donda type of intro. He brings his kids out. Then we get to Jail. I'm listening to Jail. I'm singing along with it because we found the leaks from an apparent source. I'm not going to say where, but the leaks are out there. Not saying to listen to it, but the leaks are out there. Then the baby comes on. I'm a bit confused. I start laughing a little bit because I'm like, damn, like he put the baby on this. And the verse goes on. The baby kills this verse. I'm not too upset. And then the song ends. And then I get very upset when the song is over. And there's no fucking Jay-Z. And I don't care what people are... There's a side on the internet that's saying that the baby's verse is better than Jay-Z's. I don't give a fuck if it is better than Jay-Z's. It's at this point, it's not even about that. It's about the moment, dog. The moment means more than the baby's verse. It could have been anybody rapping that verse at such a high level, but the fact that it's Jay-Z on the song means a lot more. The impact...
It's probably young niggas online who are just Twitter fingers, because there's been a lot of weird hate train for Jay-Z, if you notice lately, where it's like a lot of people just outright don't want to listen to him. I find that weird.
Listen, man, a lot of you weren't around when Watch the Throne was out. If you say something like that, like I think the baby should be on there. That was the first thing that popped in my head. The second thing that popped in my head after seeing that is like, oh, most likely, if Donda does come out tonight, because it's like late Friday night we're recording this. If Donda does come out tonight, Jay-Z ain't gonna be on that shit. Especially if the baby's gonna be on that song, because Jay-Z has ties to Rock Nation, which has ties to Megan Thee Stallion, and Jay-Z is known as the guy that didn't want to be on Pop Style because he was managing Meek, or he was affiliated in some way with Meek Mill, and didn't want to give Drake a feature on the song because it would look bad. So I have a feeling that if the baby does stay on this song, we're not going to have a Jay-Z feature next to it. So that made me upset going into it. A lot of other changes. I know Zahir's going to like that Chris Brown isn't on New Again anymore, but that kind of made me upset. Dude, just some of the changes, man. Heaven and Hell sounds like a completely worse version. Off the Grid, his verse... Off the Grid, his verse is okay, but there's good lines and there's a lot of corny lines in that song. Like
didn't like Cardi's part in it.
That's been Ye for the past 5 years with these corny ass lines, bleached asshole and shit like that. But like these lines are childish, bro. These are just childish ass lines. I'm like sitting here listening to this shit. I'm like, what the fuck am I listening to, bro? You're grown ass man. You're like 43. You're 43 talking about this stupid shit, bro.
44, 40. Bro, and the thing is, he's
talking about bleached asshole and shit.
He's had funny lines before. Like Kids See Ghosts has a lot of funny lines in it. Like the line in Fourth Dimension, like about him getting lost in the wrong hole. But like he's had funny lines, but
like that one line where he was like, "If you look in my pants, you could tell that I'm cocky." Like Ye's always been funny, but this is just like middle school lunch table, white boys at a lunch table type shit. Like this is embarrassing, really.
Just some of the changes.
And I'll say one thing. I'll say one thing. If you were disappointed at this event, then shame on you, because we knew what was going to happen after this. After that second one, we all knew Kanye was going to change something. Don't get your hopes up with this, man. I've done that before, and I've lost.
Bruh, he took Kid Cudi off of Moon. That is a sin. I think I was more upset at that than him taking Jay-Z off of Jail. Cudi is floating. He is floating on that song. I felt like I was going to the moon on that song. Dog, if you're going to take Kid Cudi off that song, I'd rather you just give that song to Cudi and just don't even put the song on Donda. Just give the song to Cudi, because Cudi is floating. Ye was floating. Don Toliver's floating. And that isn't a shot at Don Toliver, because he does a good job on the song. But when you add Cudi to that song and you take him off afterwards, it changes the whole vibe. And a lot of people are gonna bring up, well, if you were at the first listening event of Donda version 1, the first listening event in Atlanta, you've heard this version of Moon already. Yes, I heard it. It sounded fine when you put it after Hurricanes. It sounds like a good outro to Hurricanes. But if you're not gonna do that, it sounds out of place. So like, if you're not gonna put it right after Hurricanes like you did at the first event, like I said, it's not going to sound as good. If you add Cuddy, it sounds like a full song, but it sounds like an overextended interlude when you just have Don Toliver just saying he wants to go to the moon and everything. Like I said, Don Toliver does his thing, but you gotta add Cuddy back, bro.
What do you guys think of the the track placement of this versus the other events in general?
Ass.
I know a few things switched around.
Ass.
This shit does not flow. This is not flowed well with each other.
Ass. It's ass. You don't. Why would you? Why? He took off South Carolina, which was like one of the better, the best way I thought to intro it, because in the first listening party he introed it with 24, which I thought was cool. But South Carolina makes sense as well. The Donda interlude where he's just saying Donda, Donda, Donda is fine as well. But like for the second song to be Jail, like.
That's a little intense.
Yeah, like, and then the only one change that I like was that he changed Junia, which is like, I guess he only gave Cardi those 4 bars, which I'm a Playboy Cardi supporter, but I don't think he really gave his best performance after those 4 bars. And I just don't like. Oh, another thing in that song, he took off Cardi's ad libs. Don't do that to Cardi. Cardi had the
why would you
floating on the Mad Libs. And he put the ad-libs on himself. There's a lot of changes that weren't necessary, man. I really hope that like someone tells him to look at the Twitter responses and work something out, dude. Put Jay-Z back on Jail.
Who's gonna tell him that?
Somebody has to, because I'm telling. Oh my
Who's
god,
gonna tell
man.
him that, bro? Mike Dean can't even do it now at this point.
This album.
Mike Dean can't do it. Kim can't do it. Like at this point, Kanye's doing.
Didn't they
whatever
get remarried at the event?
Dude,
yeah, who knows what that fucking meant?
Honestly, he can be happy. I think some people were like happy to see it, some people were upset to see it. I don't care. Like if he wants to be with this woman, let him be with this woman. This is the mother of his children. So like I have no issue with him getting back together with Kim. I just felt like even from a show perspective, like him rebuilding the house is cool. Him doing lighting himself on fire, or was that even him?
It wasn't not him.
It wasn't even him. That was okay. But it's like when you compare all the stuff from this listening event to the second one, are we really gonna say the third one was better?
Yeah.
It was solid.
But like I said before, bro, if you're disappointed at this event, that's shame on you, because that's your fault. You should have never had high expectations in the first place.
I didn't have high expectations. I just expected that the changes that were going to be made were going to progress.
No.
Because it progressed from 1 to 2.
We saw Kanye for the past 5 years, and you would know that shit was going to happen. You should have seen this coming from a mile away, 2 miles away.
Can we talk about the ticket prices as well?
Remember when the Life of Pablo was rolling out, and then he said, I'm gonna fix Wolves, I'm gonna fix this. He adds Saint Pablo at the end. Like, man, this man changes everything.
Is this the Cyberpunk 2077 of albums? Does this need
Dog, I'm telling you, he's gonna see the reception isn't gonna be good. Like if he releases what we listened to last night, the reception is not going to be good at all. I think there will be the stands that will ride his cock, but when you have photos of Kanye saying, listen, man, like you probably should have kept Jay-Z and Kid Cudi on their verses, then that's an issue. When the stand pages are saying like you probably made a mistake, that's a problem, dog. That's an issue because they're supposed to be defending you.
When Kanye is angry at you.
I don't know, man. Like, if you're gonna make an album dedicated to your mother, then it shouldn't be a joke. Why are you placing these like meme songs and what's that meme song that he had where he took Kid Cudi off?
I don't even know.
Why would that be on on an album that's dedicated to your mother? Like, are you just taking it as a joke? Like, do you actually even? I'm not gonna go there and say that do you even care about your mother, but like, you're not caring about your mother's legacy if you're gonna put that stupid shit out there.
Dog,
I
I saw
don't
them
know.
on
Like I
Twitter,
said,
and I was just
he's
like,
gotta rename this, bro. This isn't Donda. This is the Donda I love. This isn't the Donda I love. This version is something different, man. And this is what happens when I feel like, I don't know, man. It feels like this one he seemed more unfocused. When he was in Atlanta, he was locked in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and when we went from version 1 to version 2, there's vast improvements. He leaves Atlanta Stadium, we see him walking around in LA and stuff like that. And I feel like
See what I told you?
this is what happens when his mind doesn't seem like he's
Wonders.
100% in it. He just makes
You
changes
see what
to
I
sing
told
things,
you?
and the changes just don't sound good.
You see what I told you on I think probably the first podcast where I said Ye's only good at music when he's locked in and he's not thinking about fashion, he's not thinking about the Kardashian clan or anything like that. Look what happens when he goes to LA and all of a sudden he's back in town doing stupid shit.
Wait,
It
wasn't
just
this from
goes
Chicago?
downhill.
It was in Chicago, but when he left Atlanta, he went straight to LA.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. I'm happy for him being back with his wife. That's good for them. I don't
Who even
wish
knows?
divorce on any children, but yeah, divorce is like the worst thing to go through if you're a kid.
Yeah.
Like you're the victim of it all.
It's rough.
But good for him on that. But Jesus, man, like I really hope that someone tells him, dude, because if this album comes out at 12 o'clock or Saturday or whenever it comes out, and it has the versions that we heard on Thursday night, Mr. West, we're gonna have some fucking issues. You're opening the door for the light-skinned rival to come in on September 3rd and just take over. You are going to get washed. I went on this podcast to put my neck on the line saying Drake is going to have issues if you drop version 2 of Donda and you come out Thursday night and you release whatever the fuck we heard. Dog, you are going to get lapped by 3. Like, he's going to outsell you 3 times, dog. Drake will... I don't know, man. If I had to grade this show, I would give it a C minus. Like, you don't even get to move on to the next part of the prerequisite, dude. Like, you got to retake this class.
So wouldn't that be a D?
I mean, where I'm
It'd
from,
be a
it's
D.
C minus, but I guess where y'all are from,
Oh.
it's a D. So yeah, I guess if we're going from that standard, no, this listening party was a D. If version 2 was an A, this is a D. This is a D. Unnecessary
there was-
changes.
The positives were like the visual aesthetics were really cool.
It's not better than the first
The
one.
re-
It wasn't.
I mean, that shot of the dude getting burned inside the house was a pretty great shot. I felt
Yeah.
I was moved by that
Not
shot.
the first one.
It was
the second one.
iconic.
But I don't know if that beats him floating in the air.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That shit was fucking whack. That shit was fucking whack, man. This man really put that weird ass meme song on an album dedicated to your mother. Like, what the fuck?
This isn't Donda anymore. This is Ye
I-
too. But
I
go
feel
ahead,
like the
Six.
worst part about this is that I've never felt so robbed before for something I don't even have. Like, I feel that if you got merch, you should at least be entitled to like the previous versions of whatever version you got. I'm being so honest. Like,
I'm the
this
clown.
That merch wasn't even good. That merch was not even good.
I'm the
And he
clown.
was charging that much for it?
I bought $100
the
for
bulletproof
a
vest was
shirt.
hard.
Bro, that's how you know that man's a fake Christian, bro. He's a fake Christian. Or at least the only way he understands Christianity is on a surface level. Kanye is just a capitalist full through and through. Like, I don't understand how you're going to charge $150 or whatever, how much it was for a t-shirt, dog. That could not be me, man. Don't start going around talking about God and Christianity and you doing that shit.
But it's Donda though.
Get the fuck out of here.
Is there any closing remarks we have on this?
Pray for Ye.
Yeah, if you drop that shit, don't come into my playlist ever again.
Yay, if you drop it, I'm going to find where the version 2 leaks are, and I'm just going to make my own edits so you don't get that stream. But technically, I'm already the clown, because I bought the shirt, I bought the album as well, so you already got me. Ha, 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 ha. But please, man, if you're going to release something, just release the version 2 of the album. Add in the Lauryn Hill song, add in a song where you're on fire, and I think there was one more other song. But if you have to cut anything, I guess you just keep Never Abandon Your Family cut, because I guess you have your family again. But yeah, man, very disappointing.
There's that one song. There's that one song where he's like dancing in front of Marilyn Manson. That song's actually pretty good. I can't name it.
Some of the additions were good, but yeah, man. I don't know if I want to hear an album that's like 26 songs long.
Maybe this is
but especially if you're making the changes you are, yeah, man. I agree with 3-6. Pray for Ye. Let's pray that we get the second version of this album, because the third version, it ain't it, Chief.
I'm gonna be honest. Please like, share, and subscribe to the Flozone. We are in the middle of rebranding our content and stuff like that, and we're actually gonna have a banner soon. Hopefully. So yeah, please support and please like and comment on this video. We'd love to know what you guys think, and we're not saying this to boost us in the algorithm. We actually want to know what you guys think, because also please we will be posting audio versions of these videos, so if you want to listen to this on Spotify or wherever you go, it's going to be linked down in the description. And also if you don't like Donda's merch, we're going to make our own merch. I'm lying, we're not there yet.
This is the Flozone. Thank you for listening, man.